Now that my term on this board is ended, I would like to share some observations with you that I have. I chose to send my daughter to KOSD schools for the entirety of her education, and I feel she received an excellent education. And for that, I truly thank you. If she were just starting out, however, I would not enroll her in KUSD, and I would like to tell you why. Both the U.S. and Wisconsin Supreme Courts have repeatedly reiterated that parents have the right to direct the upbringing of their children. Increasingly over the last several years, this right has been challenged. This board before my time closed our schools against the wishes of the families of the community. I knew clearly what my daughter needed, but this board decided they knew better. Closing schools was the very reason I decided to get involved in the first place. I attended my very first board meeting where I witnessed a fake cemetery set up outside with the union picketing, claiming that they were all going to die. Several members of the union tried to intimidate me by getting right up in my face with their signs to scare me away. It was at that very moment that I decided to run for school board. So I thank the KEA for convincing me to do so. Besides school closures, since being on the board, I have heard countless stories of this district trampling the beliefs and values of the families that send their children. Most recently, because KUSD decided they did not want parental input on book review committees. Shameful. I will reiterate, parents have the right to direct the upbringing of their children. Schools do not have that right. However, increasingly, KUSD has decided which values, beliefs, and opinions are acceptable to be discussed and displayed in our schools and which are not. This cannot continue. Whether you agree that any of this is happening does not matter in the slightest. What does matter is that half this community agrees that this district is indoctrinating their children against the wishes of their families. About a dozen states across this nation have already implemented universal school choice laws, with many more in the works. Families are able to take their tax dollars to the school of their choice that better aligns with their family's values. That is the future of education. It will happen in Wisconsin as well. The free market will fix the problems this district chooses to ignore. I encourage you now to take this issue seriously, and more and more people will choose alternatives to KUSD, and more private solutions will move into town. Thank you for serving, and I congratulate the new board members. I honestly pray that you are more successful in responding to the needs of all the parents and groups, not just the ones that you align with politically, such as the Democratic Party, who spent $136,000 to get some of you onto this board for this election, or the union that will lose legal representation or legal status this summer and who represent only a small fraction of the teachers of this district. Remember, you serve the teachers, not the special interest groups, however much money they give you. Thank you.
Next up is Michelle.